Hola, my lovelies. It's me, author Alexandria Infante. I know we're not supposed to do weekends, but because of the fact that our weekend was short this time, we're actually going to do a review this weekend. So now tonight's review is going to be a really cute little short, on the short side of a paranormal. The novella itself was only 92 pages, but it's really, really cute. But before we get started, of course, we would like to thank music composer Ben Sound for the music that you hear on the intro, and then at the end of the normally at the end of the video. I'm not sure if we did it last time, but anyway. So basically, bensound.com is the place to go to for royalty-free and royalty-free music. You can use them in your book trailers, you can use them on your channel, you can use them pretty much in anything that you're doing with social media, as long as you give him his props. Basically, I'm not exactly sure what the musical commons license is when you are using the music that you purchase. So you guys might want to check that out. But basically, you can use the free, royalty-free, which is what I'm doing right now, and you give him his props. You tell people where you got the music from, and then you don't have to do anything else with that, just as long as you make sure that people know that that's where you got it from. And then he has royalty-free music that you can use pretty much any way you choose, because if I'm not mistaken, because you're paying for it. So you don't have to give him the shout out, because once you pay for the music, it belongs to you. So, but I still would say research that on your own, because I'm not exactly sure how that part of it works, because I use the free, royalty free. So now that we've given our shout outs to Ben Sound, tonight's book is called Shock, a paranormal women's fiction fairy tale. And basically, the book is what's called a shared fantasy series, and it's inspired by the Snow White fairy tale. But instead of Prince Charming coming along to kiss her and wake her up, this actually has to do with angels, faded romance, midlife, which I was just like, seriously, and evil sex demons. So I won't be able to tell you guys a lot about it, because it is a 18 plus, probably plus. And so, but the story was really cute. So basically, it follows journalist Aaliyah Hunter. She spent the last 6 months mourning the love of her life. Her husband died. So when twin gorgeous angel lords appear with his ghost in tow, the heartbreaking widow finds it hard to believe in a hot and heavy reunion from beyond the grave. But after his essence briefly possesses her, she's convinced that their magical connection could be the key to his reincarnation. So she's not even aware that she's the last Nephilim in all of the realms. And so she takes the 3 smoking hot guardians and she flees to a remote island where they are basically sent to protect her, to keep her from this evil archangel, sort of like sex demon god or something like that. And then but as like time in this afterlife starts to run out for her, basically they do a lot of things to like try to prolong it. But anyway, so the whole point of this book is Aaliyah's husband dies, and then he has cancer, and so she is there for him for the last legs of his life. And then she pretty much sinks into this oblivion. And I noticed that they mentioned COVID in the book. And so she sinks into this oblivion where, you know, she's drinking. She can't like function because of the fact that her husband died. And then these two guys show up, and then basically they're like, oh yeah, hey, we're angels. And she's like, wait, what? And then they go to tell her that her husband was also an angel as well. And so what actually died was it wasn't his corporeal self. It was the human that he basically inhabited. And so the body couldn't contain his angel essence anymore. So basically it mimicked cancer, and he died, but he didn't really die because he's an angel. And so he's pretty much in the in-between. So he was supposed to go on to heaven to return, you know, as a heavenly host, but he was so in love with her that he couldn't, or he wouldn't. And so he pretty much like balked the reins and everything, and he went back. And so his brothers, the two other angels, Castiel and Tristan, they were sent to try to bring Troy, his name is Atriel, tried to bring him back so he can go back to whatever. But the whole point is that when they go to do the history on Aaliyah, which is the main character, the girl, they find out that she's actually a Nephilim. She has no clue that she's a Nephilim, and she's like sick. She has this really rare disease, and what it is more than likely her angel essence can't inhabit this form any longer. So that's why she's having this sickness. And because of the fact that she's a Nephilim, I'm not sure if there are some people out there who don't know what a Nephilim is. A Nephilim is, in all my reading, it's a combination between, you're like half angel, half demon, and so you become Nephilim, but you have some human essence to you as well, which is the reason why you're pretty much you're normally born of a human. And so there's a bunch of different definitions for it, because I actually have a series as well. Not trying to like give myself a plug, but I have a series as well, and one of my characters is an angel. One is a Nephilim. So one's half werewolf, half angel, and then the other one, she's half demon, half angel, so she becomes a Nephilim. They're both Nephilims, but like my one character, he doesn't know. But anyway, so she doesn't know that she's a Nephilim also, and so they haven't told her this. And then the angel husband, he never told her that either. And so because of the fact that she has this essence in her, this dark angel wants to possess her basically and take her, and his whole thing is to annihilate her. But because of what he is, he's like sort of like an incubus type demon angel, whatever. The author gives the premises that it's that he doesn't want to annihilate her, he just basically wants her. And so so pretty much the entire time through this book is them trying to explain to her what she is, her not caring about anything of all of this. She just wants her husband back, and she feels like because of the one incident in the book where the husband was able to go through his brother, sort of like a ghost, you know, the movie Ghost type thing, she doesn't care about anything else but getting her husband's non-corporeal part, or whatever you want to call it, back on this side so she can have her husband back. And so that's where I'm going to stop, because this book is very short. It's only 92 pages, so it's not really a book, it's like a novella, but it was really, really cute. Now, if I had to start this book, I really want you guys to go out and get it, because it was really cute. And if you need a short read for like the train, you're cleaning up the kitchen or something, and you put it on your Kindle and put it on the speak part, you know, by the time you finish the dishes, you will more than likely be done. Well, for us who don't have dishwashers anymore, people who have to wash their dishes by their hands, you would be done. Or if you're vacuuming the floor, anything like that, you would pretty much be done with it, because it's only 92 pages. But it was very, very cute. So now, if I had to start this book, I would start at 3.75. And the only reason why it doesn't get a 4 stars is because I feel like a lot of stuff was missing. Like, The author does tell you that it is a cliffhanger, so it abruptly stops. So I didn't have an issue with that because I was already aware that it was going to have a cliffhanger. And since I write cliffhangers myself, it's not a big thing to me. It's like if you were watching a series and then you get to, like if you're watching The Flash or something, and then Flash goes into the Speed Force and you're like, what the man? Nobody said he was going to do that. But you don't have a real issue because of the fact that you know it's going to be picked up in the next episode. Okay, so this is an actual series, and this was the first book of the series. So it does end on a cliffhanger. So for you guys who don't like cliffhangers, this is probably not the book for you because you might get mad. I mean, if I wasn't aware, if the author hadn't told me that there was a cliffhanger like that, then yeah, I would have been mad. So I'm like, what is she doing? But anyway, so, but it is a good book and it's really cute. Another issue I had with it was that I feel like there was not enough backstory for the husband, because the book opens with her in mourning, but you have no idea why, you know. It gets further into the book where you learn that the husband died of cancer, but then you, on the flip side, this is a third person narrative. So on the flip side, you also have one of the other characters explaining how he really died, where she thinks he died of cancer. That's not really what he died of. And so it's third person, which I normally don't read third person because I always feel like, you know, you're not getting enough of the character's insights. And then there are some people who hate first person. But I'm more of a first person reader. I love to hear what's going on in the character's mind. And I didn't have an issue with that. That was fine. I mean, the book itself was really good. There were some technical issues, like there were typos, but they weren't enough that would knock you out of the story to where you would be like, what the hell is she talking about? Or, what is this word? You know, it wasn't like that. It was more of, oh, okay, she spelled that wrong. And you kept on going, you know, so it didn't really take you out of the story. And so the only reason why I don't give it a 4 stars, because it was a really good short, you know, little short, is because there were a few technical issues. And then I just felt like if this is what she's grieving of, we need a little bit more backstory for the husband and who she is as well, because you know that she's a journalist. You get a snippet of her life, like as a journalist. Like, this is taking time. I mean, this is taking, the time period right now is during, you know, our time, the coronavirus. So it hasn't like gone away, but it is, you know, it's pretty much where we are right now, because I believe the book came out this year. And so she does talk about the coronavirus. And so if I had to say, you know, the only thing that I just didn't really like about it was the fact that there wasn't, to me, it wasn't enough info about the husband and how he died, why he died, to give us, you know, all of the rest of this information that comes after it. And so that's my only reason for not giving it 4 stars. So I'm giving this book a 3.75. And I really want you guys to go and pick it up, because it might, I mean, for you, it might be a 4 or 5 star, because it was really cute. I like the connection between the 2 angels, Tristan and Castiel. And then the fact that they both want her, but she's like, I just want my husband. And so I'm getting like a little sense of maybe a menage a trois or threesome or whatever is going to come along in this book. It doesn't say male, female, male, male. But I didn't see any of those markers when I looked the book up. But I'm just getting that like hint. So that's kind of why I can't really tell you guys a whole bunch about the book, because of the fact that it is 18 plus. And then with us not having, you know, our status yet, I can't actually go into all of that, because we're still made to be a PG channel. But oh, rule the day, when we get to be 18 plus, we will have some serious fun. But anyway, that's pretty much it to this review. Thank you guys so much for sticking with us after a year and the pandemic and all of that. I know there's so much other stuff that you guys could be doing, so I thank you bunches for watching our channel. And remember, if you are an indie author and you would like to be on the channel, please send your submissions to multiculturalromancelatina@gmail.com. And attention, your submission to me, Ale, A-L-E. And we do not, unfortunately, we don't review Christian or self-help. But everything else is up for grabs. Remember, light horror on the top. We did a review yesterday on author Vanessa Perry. So if you want to know what type of horror I actually read, then pop on over and watch her video review of The Crisis Center. Now, once again, this book was called Shock. Make sure you guys go out there and pick it up. And that's pretty much it. Like, share, and subscribe us, please. And we will see you guys next week. Bye.